I'm a writer and he's a singer-songwriter. Is this shit on, by the way? Is it? Yeah. Okay. So I'm a writer, he's a singer-songwriter, and we used to do jazz readings a few years ago. We used to get very, very drunk and go to cafes late at night and read shit and people used to throw us out. But so since it's not rehearsed, we need to pick a language in which you can sing.
So I can do a Marathi song for you.
Marathi, Hindi
ghazal for you, or
English song.
I can do a Hindi song and do a Urdu ghazal for you, or an English
Can
song.
someone pick something so that it really is?
ghazal ho jaye. ठीक है.
You want to tell me what your reasoning is?
Okay, so
the first chapter of my new book. My name is Ashish Kate, by the way, and people really hate the stuff I write, and they've been giving me a lot of shit for it. So my new book is called Ashish Kate Hasn't Heard of You Either. I really get that. So I'm just going to read shit and then he's going to sing.
So this is.
Can you audible do that?
Yeah. Okay. So this is.
Hold on.
I will introduce you meanwhile. The next.
Yeah.
So this is Urdu ghazal written by Faiz, composed by the great Faiz-Mehdi Hasan. Here we go.
Are you singing first?
Yep. आए कुछ अब्र कुछ शराब आए आए कुछ अब्र कुछ शराब आए उसके बाद आए जो अज़ाब आए कुछ अब्र कुछ शराब आए.
My name is Ashish Kate, and I'm a wallflower. What I really want to be is a song in the shower if she's singing. I want to be the reason why she's springing. Daisies, the lilacs, and the daffodils that grow on hills and give you chills with their beauty. To protect them and save you again. Wish I was there soon, but no, I'm a fucking wallflower. Wish I was the brain of the power, happy in the hour, whiskey in the sour, rising in the hour, but no, I'm a fucking wallflower. Wish I was the support in the tower of song. Now tell me I'm wrong to want all these things. We couldn't. We just couldn't. Because we're bound by different compliments. But our aim is the same. To get into the Hall of Fame. Love is rich with power. Sets the wall clock to 0 hour. But no, I wish I was that clock. But again, I'm a fucking wallflower. At least I used to be one. Until one night I threw some serious caution to the wind. Changed everything. Now I'm a cautionary tale. Went from champagne to ginger ale and I'm the fucking Richter scale on which they measure the quick. Where's my emergency? I'm talking to you, Lee.
हर रगे खून में फिर चरागा हो हर रगे खून में फिर चरागा हो सामने फिर वो बेनकाब आए कुछ अब्र कुछ शराब आए.
Because I'm a cog in the wheel, the cocaine in the deal, I'm the orange in the wheel that's grated it now and again, again and again and again and again and again. There's a few guns and roses, but that's not the pain and roses from strain. It makes me refrain from the cancer sticks. It's a good thing, really, because I made it through the minefield. And the future was swiftly unconcealed. The purpose of life was generously revealed through the kaleidoscope of changing colors, and the boats were pushed by the scullers. Because we're all wildlings here, loners, losers, lovers, geeks, weirdos, nerds, and uncool freaks. The unbelieved who need something to believe in, and that something can be anything, but that something can be dangerous. The bottle that's down on full throttle, or the powder that makes you louder. And events are then transpired. Either inspiration is swiftly expired, or the oil is somehow acquired. Like land, from the one-man rock band, the trouble, the price of living in a bubble. And no, you don't need the bubbles, right there.
ना गई तेरे ना गई तेरे गम की
We are the righteous and beautiful, never retrieved, forever laid down and forever deceived. See, bones were cleaved, white hearts were peeved, and the last of the gentle garments were no longer sleeved. But I guess someone has to pay for that, because someone somewhere knows everything, and the truth was left unsaid. Maybe that's too much, the vengeance, but since it's too late in the day for that. It's like the thing Michael Stipe said, living well is the best revenge. The promise of RDM that decorates the name of wordless and my winter dress. She's my taste. So you can imagine, nothing scares me more than the vengeance of those wallflowers. What if they denied us the magic that they discover? Would that be punishment severe? I wonder would our bad behavior on our part? Some things take to heart so easily. So good that they're not like that. They won't reach for it. They're far too wily today. They're aggravated. Those are full automatics with high cyclic rates. Those gardens of fireflies into fields and crates. That's why they hesitate to full punch. Soil into powers turn into punch. We lose people, but they can't be replaced. Life and death is like that. That's why they were flowers once. Damn, that sounds like Hank Bukowski. People look like flowers at once.
इस तरह अपनी खामोशी गूंजी, इस तरह अपनी खामोशी गूंजी, गोया हर सिमत से जवाब आए, गोया हर सिमत से जवाब आए कुछ
You see where I'm going with this, ranting on about first world troubles when the third world burns. Hence the self-loathing. Even my troubles are elite, like aristocrats. We're like the new generation of plutocrats, and everyone's always a diplomat. The protests will never take place. No Ramones, no Clash, no fucking Patti Smith. I mean, coolness is how we survive. The chicane is how we connive, and cannabis is how we arrive at conclusions. The illusions and delusions of fear. I mean, we're not dealing with the AIDS, depression, oppression, or AIDS that come from the air. The lucky ones that are spared. No flood in the front porch and fire in the backyard. The attic floor with marble in the basement's mental marble. The cedar wood is free of lava. Life is good. There's no regression, suppression, regression, or succession of the same evil. It's conditioning that restrains us. We're hardened to stay unaware of what's really going on. We're neither in wars nor victims of rape. We're not even refugees. We've only gotten to get never in the hearts of the powerful. If we could save them, are powerful. But the gardens are shy of sweetness. Guess there's more to life than neatness. We're men in capes who are hiding from crimes, these hopeless days and dirty lifetimes. The paradigms of our cruelty, discussed pompously over jewelry.
आज तुम याद बेहिसाब